Have you ever felt so weighed down by life that just moving feels like an impossible task? Imagine a little frog, its back laden with a heavy, gray stone. This isn't just any stone. It's a testament to every struggle, every hardship it's ever faced. Its skin, once smooth and vibrant, is now a roadmap of scars, each one telling a story of a narrow escape, a painful lesson, a battle fought and survived. This little frog can barely hop. Every small movement is a monumental effort, a slow, deliberate drag of its heavy burden across the rough ground. Its world has shrunk to the few feet it can manage to traverse each day. The sun beats down, the earth is dry and cracked, and the frog just sits, breathing, enduring. Then, one day, the sky darkens, the air grows thick with the smell of rain. A storm, fierce and powerful, unleashes itself upon the land. Thunder cracks like a whip, and rain falls in sheets, washing away the dust, filling the cracks in the earth. It's a baptism, a renewal, and in the aftermath, where there was once only parched ground, a new pond has formed. The water is crystal clear, shimmering under the newly emerged sun. It's a pristine, untouched oasis. Soon, the sound of happy croaking fills the air. New frogs, young and full of life, arrive at the pond. Their skin is smooth, their eyes bright with curiosity and joy. They have no stones on their backs, no scars mapping their past. They leap into the cool, inviting water with carefree splashes, their joyful calls echoing across the new landscape. They swim, they play, they celebrate the gift of the fresh water, completely oblivious to the world of struggle that exists just beyond the pond's edge. Our little frog, the one with the stone and the scars, has slowly made its way to the edge of this new paradise. It watches the other frogs. It sees their freedom, their lightness. The water looks so refreshing, a perfect balm for its tired body and weary soul. The other frogs call out, their voices a mixture of welcome and innocent confusion. Come in, the water's wonderful. They croak, they don't understand the stone. They can't see the depth of the scars. To them, our frog is just a frog sitting at the edge, hesitating for some unknown reason. A profound choice rests before our tired friend. It could try to heave itself into the water. Maybe the buoyancy would offer some relief from the stone's weight. Maybe the coolness would soothe its scarred skin. But the frog knows better. It knows the stone is part of it. Entering the water wouldn't wash it away. It would just make it a heavy, waterlogged burden. It would risk sinking to the bottom, the very water that offers life to others becoming its final resting place. And what about the scars? They might feel better for a moment, but they would still be there, reminders of a past the other frogs simply couldn't comprehend. It would be an outsider in their paradise, a silent testament to a world they didn't know existed. So, the frog makes a different choice. A quiet, powerful choice. It decides not to enter the water. It doesn't turn away in bitterness or envy. It simply accepts that this new pond, this joyful community, is not its path, not right now. It settles itself at the very edge of the water, close enough to feel the cool mist on its skin, close enough to hear the happy songs, but separate. It finds a soft patch of mossy earth and rests. It closes its eyes, not in despair, but in a deep, meditative stillness. It lets go of the longing, the what-ifs, the pressure to be like the others. It accepts its own journey, its own reality, with all its weight and all its pain. And then something incredible begins to happen. As the frog rests in this state of pure acceptance, a subtle shift occurs. The old, dried vines that had grown around the stone, lashing it to the frog's back, start to loosen. They become brittle, frail, with a soft crackle. One by one, they fall away, turning to dust on the ground. They weren't broken by force, but released by surrender. The heavy gray stone, no longer bound so tightly, begins to shift. The soft, damp earth beneath the frog, saturated by the storm, gives way. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, the stone begins to sink into the mud. It's not a dramatic event. There's no grand spectacle. It's a quiet, gradual release. The frog doesn't push it off. It doesn't struggle against it. It simply allows it to go. It watches as the symbol of all its hardship, all its burdens, is reclaimed by the earth, sinking until it disappears from view. The chain is broken, not with a loud snap, but with a silent ending. The frog takes a breath, a real deep breath, the first it has taken in a very long time without a crushing weight on its lungs. It feels light. It looks at its skin. The scars are still there, they haven't vanished. They are a part of its story, a part of who it is. But now, they don't ache with the memory of pain. They are simply marks on its skin, silvery lines that catch the sunlight. They are reminders of its strength, its resilience. It looks at the pond, at the joyful frogs still playing. It feels no resentment, only a gentle sense of connection. Their joy is their own, its peace is its own. It gives a soft, quiet croak. It's not a boisterous call to join the others, but a simple, contented note of self-awareness. It has found its own healing, not by diving into someone else's solution, but by resting in its own truth. This story is for anyone who feels weighed down, who feels scarred by their past. Sometimes healing doesn't look like joining the party. It doesn't mean forcing yourself to be happy and carefree when you're not. Sometimes healing is quiet. It's giving yourself permission to rest. It's sitting with your burdens not as a life sentence, but as a temporary state. It's about acceptance, accepting that your journey is unique. Your scars are part of your strength, and true liberation doesn't always come from a dramatic escape, but from the quiet, powerful act of letting go. Your pond might not be the same as everyone else's, and that's okay. Your healing is your own. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, perhaps you could share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories about resilience and the quiet strength within us all. Take care.